Hello, trading has closed on April 25th, 2024. We always do our disclaimer first. We'll go over our calls and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Friday, which is April 26th, 2024. Please remember my calls can be completely wrong. Any trade you make should be made at your own risk. Look for the pattern today with the early low, which is this. Tomorrow should also have, tomorrow's going to have the early high. Now, at the end of Tuesday's trade, we said that this was an unstable pattern, that we should undercut this low and find support there, and the commonest times would be either yesterday or at today's open. So that actually happened in the commonest time. Now again, we said if it didn't happen by today's open, it didn't have to happen anytime soon, but the point becomes moot because that played out. And this is what we said. We said undercutting Monday's low was a reasonable target, and that's what we got. Now, during the day, we got a sell signal here, hasn't been satisfied, gives us a target of 50.25.74. Now the preferred time frame is tomorrow, but futures are up so much that probably isn't going to happen. I mean, that's the rule, but we're going to say it might not work. I mean, futures are up 40 points as I'm recording this, and they've been up even more than that. Well, there's no one perfect count here, but we had this ABC down in red. We have an ABC for wave A. We have an ABC for wave B, but this could be just A of B. And then we're rallying. At some point, we should have a wave C and then drop again. Now, if this is N to B, and if C equals A, 50 points higher where we traded in futures, that's a fib target. There's another fib target here. Now, I don't know where we're going to open tomorrow, but if we open to one of these places, at least you could explain the gap and trap pattern, but it certainly, at this point, isn't clear enough for me to make it an official call. It's just something I'm going to look out for. And if we do reverse from one of these places, we have your A, your B, that would be the end of wave C, and then you could start another ABC down in red, but it's still pretty nebulous to me at this point. It's not something I'm personally going to risk money on yet. As Buffett says, you don't swing at every pitch. Well, Friday's pattern has a really high regardless of where we open. Typically, it's a bearish day with a final hour low, but if it's strong, more strength tends to follow. We have a lower MEJT target. Unless we gap up smartly, the rules call for it to print. The futures are up around 40 handles, so it's quite likely we are going to gap up, and the price will stay on the table, but not the time. There's a wave count compatible with a gap and trap opening tomorrow. It's not the only valid count. If we have the gap and trap, and that we don't know yet, could be the end of this rally leg. That being said, the pattern just isn't as clear as I'd like it to be. I'm just not going to put any of my own money at risk till I see what happens in the early trade tomorrow. There are plenty of times when the pattern is clear to me, and if it's not, there's no reason I have to put money at risk. Just if we have a big gap up and it starts to drop, and it's one of those fib targets, we could have a gap and trap. If that doesn't happen, I don't really have a plan. It is the pattern with the early high, and that's today's call.